Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Evil Twins podcast. I'm Stuart, here with Luke.
Hello.
Luke's been to the gym, obviously. I've been making hello. I've been making
7 weeks.
a blueberry cobbler. So we have a good cameo there from the doggo. All right,
Layla. Hello. You're not even looking. Sis. Hey.
all right. We got a brief look in there. Anyway, the game has changed. We did a tier list, which again was very wrong in many ways. Shall we just? So today we're gonna do release the beast list review, and we'll also look at the LVO list and just talk about the game in general. Before we get into that, are there any major regrets from the tier list? I feel like this is a regular segment now. Is there anything?
Beast of Chaos is not A tier. It's probably C tier or something.
C is probably a bit far. No, B, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. B then. B.
I know what you're saying though. Like,
Beast is not as good as it was. The game's different.
It's like it's a whole new world, right? Like if your army doesn't feel really good, then it's probably been. So
Well, it's not that. It's everybody's going like fight in the middle, and Beast of Chaos don't want to fight these tanky armies in the middle anymore. It was really good at killing all like the elite lists, which is less and less.
Yep,
So.
no, that makes sense. I think Gits I've had a similar problem with. I'm not really vibing with Gits at the moment. I don't think they're too good. Sylvaneth as well. I don't think is as good as it was either.
Dan thinks it's the best army in game.
Yeah, I know, but you know, I don't know. I don't agree.
I don't agree either, but it's hard to argue because we've not lost the game yet.
Yeah, no, but everyone always eventually loses a game, so.
You need to go find Dan Bradshaw and smash him, someone in the UK.
That's somebody's job. Get them off the Sylvaneth high horse. Yeah. So, any other major ones?
Not as good as the 40 were either.
No, I agree. Yeah. Both versions, Menagerie and normal, just still kind of. I don't know, pretty anemic is what I would say.
I think Menagerie is good, but it's just I was going in the wrong direction. I think I'm almost there now. Being high drop is a lot better than I thought.
Yes.
Having the double buff is interesting.
Yeah, I've been having a few lists where it's like I'm choosing between a hero and a unit, and I often take the hero now because I'd just rather be 5 or 4 drops than 3 drop. 3 drop just feels like you get nothing. That's just the worst place to be. Like, yeah, you get the extra choice versus a 2 drop, but there are a lot of 4 drops out there that's going to feel pretty bad against. Yeah.
And then priority target is just really bad. I'm never in a situation where I want to use it anymore.
Yeah, well, the problem is if people going to like 2 units doing stuff, one of them's usually a field sergeant, so it's like, well, what's the point of having +1 to hit a wound against a field sergeant? Like, it doesn't do anything, right? So they do like field sergeant and like +1 rend on a hammer you're never going to get to hit, which is a lot of armies do that. Then priority target just sucks. So, yeah.
Although, does priority target work on both the units?
It does.
If they pick, yeah.
It does, but I'm just saying it's pretty rare that they actually pick 2 units that you can hit most of the time.
Yeah. And like you can put loads of units in a 1 drop, and your only priority target still only works on one of them, right? Whichever one they pick.
What do you mean? Like if you're a 1 drop?
If they're a 1 drop and they pick a unit you don't really care about killing, it's not.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
What I found is that the one aspect of it I maybe don't like is that the roll off matters a lot in a lot of scenarios. Like if you are 5 drop and your opponent's 1 drop, it's like you actually do really want to win the one drop and make your opponent drop first because, yes, they can split the battalion, but more the other thing is they have to declare their honor guard thing first if they drop first, which could be big, especially if you're picking two. Like you easily can do one of them as priority target if they do that. The other thing is if you're both like the same drops, then if you lose the roll-off, it just feels so bad because you're not getting to decide the turn and you're not getting the second ability. It's like,
Oh, no. Oh, yeah,
it's so bad. Like, I kind of feel like if you lose the roll-off, you should be able to pick a second ability or something. Maybe that could be the way they balance it if you're the same drops. But yeah, I would say my two main regrets from the tier list are Iron Jaws and Fire Slayers. Because I think both those armies are really good, and we put them in D tier. So.
Wait, Orkman. So where is it? I need to
yes,
from Orkman.
yes.
So, our beloved Orc player, I said Iron Jaws are insane now. What happened? I just club sealed an event with Korn. I've not replied since, and he says, "You can't tell me Iron Jaws is insane and not tell me anything."
Just gotta work it
Read
out.
the rules.
Go on the journey. Hard boys are a lot better.
Hard boys are pretty good, but so are rages.
I have to say it. So just to get some sass out there, right? So, of course, you know, there's one main community in Age of Sigmar that's known for whining about their battle time not being good enough, and that's of course the elf community. And I have to say, this Auric Warclans book, I have seen the most whining I have ever seen from any fan base ever about a book, which for the Iron Jaws side of it, objectively they are better than they were. Like, just better.
Iron Jaws are better. Yeah, they're better.
Cruel Boys, I understand.
Although the war needs sorting.
Yeah, I could possibly, but I mean, like, Ard Boys, miles better. The manifestations make a huge difference. And the terrain features are also pretty nice. So, yeah. And they got some points drops and some things that actually matter now. But I just like to say it solves the age-old question of, are Age of Sigmar orcs elves? Because clearly the community complains the same way, so they must be elves.
I mean, if you go on Facebook, I love the Facebook army chats.
I have to say, so if we're gonna do, so as I was saying, I think I'd rank the top 3 most whiny Warhammer fan bases. I appreciate that the YouTube comments are gonna love this, by the way. I'm just funding the YouTube comments below. All right, I reckon number one, and I'm gonna whine with them. All right, I whine till the cows come home with this group of people because I agree with them. Slanesh, okay, fair enough. most hardly done by battle tomes of all time. Number 2, okay, Daughters of Cain. All right, again, pretty hardly done by, I would say. And then I reckon number 3 we can put Iron Jaws in now. Is what I'm thinking, because I don't know. Now I appreciate also I've kind of made half of my YouTube career off hating Iron Jaws, so maybe I'm contributing to the Iron Jaws whining, but, you know, they're good now, okay? We can all stop whining.
Slanesh deserves it, though, because when that book first come out in 2019 or whatever, it was the most broken thing of all time.
I know.
You could literally summon another 2,000 point army in 2 turns.
But it's been 6 years, and they've been punished for 6 years. Such is the god of excess.
Same respect, that army was criminal. You could just like double fighting strikes first all over the place.
And how many times has Feck been good since that happened? Like 4 times? Okay, so anyway, that aside, we have a Release the Beast event. So we have the finals going on. Luke's playing in that. Bit of a close round 1. Russian A team clapped Russian B team.
I give one job to Thomas to do the pairings and sort out the lists, and we nearly get beat by Austria. Just saying. If you're listening, Thomas, I'm just saying. I give you one job.
Friendly fire over here. Yep, classic.
Friendly fire.
Yep. So that's going on at the moment. So we're in the semi-finals. You guys, you probably see some coverage around the finals. I think we'll try to do like a cast on one of the games or something. When we get there, so that'll probably happen towards the end of Feb. But yeah, that's going on. And while that's going on, we're just running a small little 3-rounder for Release the Beast. So we'll just play 3 games over a month each player. And we're going to go through lists. So, first of all, the pie chart. Which actually, for the most part, represents real life pretty well. One army, no. But, okay, Seraphon, Slaves of Darkness, Stormcast, and Skaven are the most popular armies, okay? Beast of Chaos is not.
Seraphon are.
Seraphon pretty popular at the moment. Yeah.
In the real world.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're probably like they're maybe like 6%. Well, the real world has higher numbers than this, right? I think the top army is more than 8%. It's like 11% or something, I think. But
all right.
In any case, this is the breakdown. Pretty good. I would say this is like one of the most diverse Release the Beast metas we've had in a very long time. It's pretty much every army.
There's only a few factions that are a big chunk of the pie, and it's less so now.
Yep. I don't know why there's one that says destruction. What's that? I don't know what that is. Anyway, that must be a bug somewhere. But anyway, there's a lot of Daughters of Cain and a lot of ogres. Of course, we've seen the monster trucks come into favor. Rightly or wrongly.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No,
I'm not sure. No, me neither.
I'm not sure.
And yeah, Stormcast and Slaves of Darkness. So I posted on Twitter, right, that we are in the most, like, canon Age of Sigmar meta. Like, this is, like, Orders, like, Space Marines versus Chaos Space Marines, but in AOS. That's where we are at the moment, right? It's like the 40k. They fully made the move over, alright. So, I don't know, at the start of AOS 4, they clearly decided that every Grand Alliance is going to have a Space Marines army. They decided this, right? So, for Order, they decided, okay, it's Stormcast, obviously. Then Chaos is Slaves of Darkness, okay? Then Death is OBR, and Destruction is Iron Jaws, right? The 3-up save, Juggernaut armies, okay? And all of those are really good at the moment. So, we're in that meta. So if you think that your army can depose the Juggernauts, then you're in. If you're Beast of Chaos, as we're saying, probably that's all pretty hard, I think. But well, I don't know if I'd like any of those matchups really, but anyway, they're there. Yep.
Who cares though?
So yeah. We'll just go through yeah, well, there's only 12 teams this time, so we can just kind of go through them all. We don't have to worry about running out of time. Like I think the first one the one I last did had like 31 teams, which is just mental. I was losing my voice by the end, but okay. So we have the Dice Cockers with Captain Pedro, of course.
This is Team Portugal.
Yes, basically. So we've got the we got a comp of Stormcast, Ogres, Skaven, Idoneth, Sylvaneth, Gits, Ironjaws, Cities. We have Karazai with Paladors and Long Strikes, and some other stuff.
Yeah.
Karazai is still good. I don't know what there is to say about that. That's pretty much what's going on there.
I feel sorry for the old Stormcasters. They get nerfed. Although, have they been doing well since the changes?
I don't think they're as good, to be honest, but we'll have to see.
Interesting.
Alexander is running the bigs. I think the only thing to say is that there's a Slaughtermaster and some Frost Sabers instead of more dudes. So I believe this is the same list that old mate Pask is running, also known as Marty.
Yeah, it's still six big lads and some scoring units, isn't it? So
and a wizard for Numbind, which I kind of like. I hate playing without Numbind. It's so bad. You know when someone like countercasts and they roll a 5 and they look up their spell lore and they're like, oh, it does go off on a 5. That always annoys me. So
He's also got the most annoying endless spell in the game. If you cast Pendulum and then you don't unbind it in your turn, it's a problem.
yeah, it's the old hello darkness, my old friend. How do I deal with this now? Yeah, it's horrible. There's a Vizix Skaven list with various infantry.
I don't think it's gonna have a good time.
I think Vizix's okay. Maybe. I believe this has become a copy paste of this Ideneth list. The only thing that I think some people debate on is Sea versus Storm, but this has kind of become a little bit of a copy paster in recent weeks. I've seen 2-drop.
Oh, with the Black Talons.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because the wizard and the Black Talons can use the Ideneth lore, which is pretty cool. So,
right, okay.
pretty good unit. Yep.
That'd be interesting to see how
I believe you couldn't do this with the Sea before this battle scroll, so this is a slightly new. But yeah, it looks good. There's a Alariel Sylvaneth. Cool. This is one of those. It feels like it's been around for 17 years now, hasn't it?
I know, yeah. It's
it hasn't even been that long, has it? But I've just played against it so many times. It feels like it's been around for ages.
It's one of them, and it's got potential to. It's just high roller, isn't it? If you hit and wound with your monsters, they do a lot of damage. But
yeah,
the typical hero profile, right? Start rolling ones and you do no damage, and great bows do no damage. They've also got a 4-up save now.
Yes.
So,
and then there's a Kragnos Squigalanch, which I'm less keen on these days, but yeah,
it's still alright. I mean, the Squig Boss and the Herd can do some good damage. Yeah, it can still just double turn you and table you.
Just if you can, I just find if you're a bit of a tanky army, it's just not really enough damage. But
nah.
Yeah, and then
the Herd is still 80 attacks, mortals on 6s.
Yeah, but it's like if they're -1 to hit or something, and then you don't roll 6s, they just do no damage. It's I don't know.
No.
Couldn't go wrong. All right, and then I thought this Iron Jaws list looks pretty good. I know Gordrak, like, I'm a bit of a debate because obviously the wire at the moment is just I guess it. I don't know how people are playing it. Are they playing it that it's still like, is it once per game army or no? No, right?
Well, like, they're asking for a roll in now. Live. This is live right now. Rules questions. Is it still once per battle, or are you going to errata it to be...
Okay, here we go. So, it
live?
doesn't have...
Rolling live?
Does it have the same ruling as... So, I believe... So, if I'm not wrong, I when they changed the Iron Jaws thing, I actually believe it wasn't a change. Yes, okay.
I think you should be able to call the wild with each hero.
You can call the wild with each hero, but once per game... per hero is what this means, because it doesn't say once per battle army, right? So once per battle per hero is what this is still. Yeah. It's the same for that's the way they've ruled Doc as well, right? Once per battle. You can do this once per all the infantry units is how they've ruled this, so yeah.
I think that list is pretty good, and I think Godrak is good at 380. I think he's an auto almost in Iron Jaws because of the +1 to hit.
Yes, the +1 hit is only once per game, but when you need it, you need it with this army desperately.
Especially when he's got the hacking crew and the toss boss, when they hit on 5s amount now.
Well, I guess the +1 to hit wouldn't work on the mounts for them anyway, though, would it?
Not on the mounts.
But I mean, just the Ard boys. If you get like the key term where you get, I guess he doesn't have the War Chanter here, but even just exploding 6's turn and. Could do good.
He's not
good
even
work.
got Zogra, actually. Interesting.
Nah, for me, probably this second weird num would be a War Chanter, but it's still solid, yeah.
Oh, he's got the big boss.
Yeah. So we'll get
big
the +2
boss.
move, yeah.
And does he still do the mortals on 5s?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But it's every combat phase now, not just when they charge you.
I
with the
know
art
you can
boys.
charge and wrap. Although it's like buffed and
But they got to be
debuffed
within
in the
3.
same.
It's not of each
every
model,
single
right?
model now.
Yeah. So it's nerfed in a way. And then there's a Talia cities list. Some people have been knocking around with Talia. I'm still.
She's still 4 up savings, dude.
I kind of think the old ability was slightly better, to be honest. Call me a hater, but I don't know. Plus on the Wound Fire Ward, is it really that good once per game? I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know about cities. Everybody seems to be winning with cities now.
Still seems a bit dodged to me, but
although that guy is a really good player, isn't he? That American guy. What is?
Spoilers, Luke. We'll get into the LVO later. Come on.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
We're getting into LVO later.
All right. Future Me problem, which is basically the Aussie B team. Deepkin,
Which
Doc,
is better than the A team.
Nurgle, OBR. I guess Destruction. So this is Zogrock's. That's why it says this is the Zogrock's thingy. That's why. And then Ogre Tribes, Lumineth, KO. Liam's running Deepkin. It's a Deepkin list.
And I got the biggest question.
Yes.
Will Liam win a game in this tournament?
That's so rude, Jesus.
So rude.
So rude.
I love Liam.
So rude, fuck. Alright. I hope so.
So
Look, he's pairing himself, so, you know.
Hey, look, he's pairing. He's 2 drops. He can win a 2 to 3 double from Deepkin. Not many armies can survive that.
Agreed.
I believe.
I'm running Doc because I want to join the whining people. I don't know.
Why are you running Doc? Because you don't want to use them for now.
Well, yeah, I don't want to get burnt out with Fire Slayers. I mean, obviously people know that's the army I'm playing at the moment, but I don't know. I've had fun. I watched 20 Witch Elves do, what was it, like 68 damage to 4 Archai in 1 activation the other day. That was interesting.
That's horrible.
I will say, if you get all your buffs off with this army, the damage just doesn't make sense. Like 20 Witch Elves fully buffed will do like 150 damage to a 3-up save with the double activation. I mean, it's kind of not real because you're never actually going to hit something that has 150 wounds, but yeah.
I didn't think you were going to take Doomfire Warlocks. I thought you were going to take another Wizard.
Well, I've debated taking 2 Bloodwrack Shrines or not, but I worked out a way to get another 5 Life Takers in. So I did that instead.
Right, fair enough.
So I can have 5 Life Takers just to go do take the flanks turn 1 and then die probably. Because you can't need that with this army. Yep. Orkman, I think I managed to convince him to come back by saying this was the perfect army for him. So he's playing Zogrok's Army of Renown.
You're just going to make him rage quit again.
Now he's being restrained and he's only taking 50 yard boys, but I think probably the right thing to do with this army is take 80, but he's being restrained here and he's got 9 Brute Rages.
I like the Brute Rages though.
Yeah, I feel like for 240 for 6, I think they're super nice for sure. Yeah. I'm a big fan. Yep, Ray's running Nurgle. Yep.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Ray running Nurgle? What's going on?
So his list looks kind of funky to be honest, but we'll see what happens. I don't know what that is, but we'll see. Eh? It's got a Stumblefoot Gargan in there. I don't know what that's for. I don't know.
Stumblefoot Gargan. What?
I have been a Stumblefoot Gargan enjoyer lately, but with a specific army, not this. Jasper's running. Yes, this is yes, Jasper, Gleeful, whatever you want to call him. Catacross, 4 Archive, 10 Death Riders, Ossifactor, Crawler, a Tyrannic Cohort.
Fair enough.
And then Sword of Malone running, Bigs. But 4 units of 2 Frost Sabers, which is just the ultimate in I'm going to jerk off and go do tactics with dogs technology. All right.
Take the center. Take the flanks.
Oh, we're turn 3 now. All right, let's get going. So that's the idea behind that. And Lumineth, yes, with stuff. I've looked at Lumineth lists repeatedly over the past week, and I still have no idea what's going on. So I'll default to Luke on this.
I love Lumineth. That list maybe is interesting.
It's basically 15 Blade Lords, unit of River Blades.
It's kind of gone the Blade Lord way. So Lumineth now has to have this kind of brick wall, and then have shooting behind the brick wall.
Yes.
And then that's how it plays. So it's kind of done that with the Blade Lords and the terrain piece. But maybe it's less efficient than mine. I also like being high drops in Lumineth because -1 attack and this beast is pretty good, as I guess we're gonna see.
And then there's Kron playing melee KO. Now, I'm fairly certain KO is the worst army in the game, so we'll see how this goes.
Please.
So, if KO does happen to be the worst army in the game, and Nighthaunt isn't broken, and Tzeentch is not broken, okay, we might be in a good version of the game, guys. You just gotta, when these moments happen where you realize, like, oh, all the horsemen are like like horsemen being like the horsemen of the Warhammer Apocalypse. It's a reference to a previous show, but if, what is it? Nighthaunt, KO, Tzeentch, and I guess Lumineth is probably the other one, right? If they're all not that great.
Nighthaunt deserves to be good. That army has been so bad for so long.
Yeah, but every time it's good. It's like the most toxic, horrible design of all time. Like, why can't they just work that out? It's just horrible.
I like Nighthaunt. It's my favorite.
Nah, straight in the bin. All right. Cool. Then we have your team. So not another teen tournament. Now, can you please explain the name? Why is it teen as in EEN?
So I'm not in the Discord, and I just got added in to play some games. I'm not in any part of any of these lists bar my own list.
Okay. So old mate Steve is running a bunch of skeletons and Graveguard. When I played this, I wanted to quit the game, but anyway, it's so boring, but it is. I think it's pretty good, to be honest.
That's Steve's MO though, and he loves these kind of.
It's good. Like I agree that it's good, but it's so unbelievably boring. Okay, then Bestigors with some Centaurs. Okay.
I don't know who Bashlad is. Who is Bashlad?
I think that's it's either Fred or Phil. It's either Freddy or Phil.
It's not Phil.
I think that might be Freddy. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not Freddy either, because Freddy's got his own. Phil and Freddy are both called Phil and Freddy.
I don't know. Then there's Beastmen. Well, yeah, the
Beastmaster.
Beast. With that, yeah, the bigs. This one is literally just all the bigs. Yeah.
There's the only different list so far has been Soulblight. Everything else has just stayed the same.
And we're seeing more oddball. Oh, this is the Zogrok thing. So this is the non-restrained version of running this with Zogrok, a big boss, another big boss, and a weird knob shaman, and then what? 20, 20, 10, 10, 10, 10 odd boys. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is Seb as well. It's lovely player.
And it's 4 drops. That's wrong. So I'm gonna fix that. Okay. All right. Deadeye Mike.
I think it is 4 drops, isn't it?
Yeah. This 4 randoms there. Then there's Croak and
Mike Stewart,
and stuff.
the Engine of the Gods.
So Croak is everywhere in this event for some reason. So yeah, this is one of them, and there will be more later. Jim is running. What is this? Reclusians.
What do you think to double Engine of the Gods with double Croak? Croak score?
I mean, don't they? I mean, they synergize more with like other monsters and stuff, don't they? Can you bring back a Slain Croxagore? You can, right? No, I can't remember. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's just not the. It's not the normal like loads of Casotex and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Double
ask for
engine.
so second stuff. Yep. So it's a bit of a different list. So Ionis, Prime, 18 Reclusians, Unit Prosecutors, Unit Vigilers.
Yeah.
Looks weird. We'll see what happens. And then there's
Yeah.
yes the Storm Fiends coffee pasta that's been going around. So I
Tom
think
Mosley's special 1-drop 21 Storm Fiends.
the alteration I've seen to this is replacing 1 unit of Storm Fiends with 6 Rat Ogres. Yeah, I don't even know if that's better, but you can do that. Yeah,
I do think that's better.
probably is better. Yeah.
Physical
And then
shooting, right?
and then you're still running Saviors of Cinderfall. How dare you?
Just because it's pretty good brick wall.
If I can join the
Brick wall
Lumineth
when you
whining,
got 20 cent. When you got 20
you
cent.
need a brick wall. It makes sense. I get you.
This prize beast this is probably the best prize beast monster in the game because it hits on 3s normally, so it's 2s and 2s.
Yeah,
and then
probably.
it ignores rend, and so it can all out defense, and it's pretty hard to kill.
I think probably aside from, I guess the only thing you could say is maybe a Bloodthirster, but you got to take 2 Bloodthirsters to do that, which is way more expensive and a lot worse, to be honest.
I could probably bang a Bloodthirster off as well.
Yeah, if you roll well. Yeah. I mean, his 2s and 2s are still, like, on 4 attacks, is still, like...
It's swingy, but there's a high chance you get them through, and then it's 20 damage.
I mean...
Because you never bracket, right?
Yeah, it's only ran 2, though, right? So... Oh...
It can happen,
if
you know
they're
what I mean?
3 up save, right?
Sometimes he does nothing. His role is just to get stuck in combat and get stuck and not die. But he can just... If you fail saves, you're getting banged off, basically.
I mean, the same is true with him, though. So just rolling dice, aren't you?
Yeah, but he's just a 2-up save against...
Yeah, I know,
Round
but
one.
he's only like 14 wounds, right? And you don't really have healing, so... Anyway, we'll see.
Well, I got primal energy, but yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
It does
It's
suck
very
in
good.
Lumineth, the steps you have to take to get 20 Sentinels in the list. Like, they need to fix something there. Alani and Elithor are good, right? But you would prefer if you could just bring in a 100-point wizard if you had the option to just bring Sentinels, but such is life, and you can't, so... Yep. Okay, so core rules 18.4 YouTube comments. You can tell me what that is. I don't know what that is. With Beast Chaos, Stefan's running the list. 70 best to go and some stuff.
Core rules 18.4. Let me look it up.
I thought that was like manifestations, or is that like 17.1? I don't know. Dave Eddies is running. I mean, pretty much similar to Steve's list, but it's got Manfred and a bit less Graveguard and Direwolves instead of Skeletons. Croak.
Attacking. It's attacking.
Okay,
Core rules 18.4.
we've solved the mystery.
Destroyed units is.
Okay,
Core rules 18.4 is destroyed units.
gotcha. There's Croak with an Arc of Sotek and some Raptidon charges and stuff.
Oh, Manfred!
Yeah, there was a Manfred. Mitch is running this Fire Slayers list, which looks horrible to play against. That's a disgusting list, to be honest. That's a filthy
Loads
list.
of Flame Seekers.
It's, what, 5 units of Flame Seekers, and then 40 double weapon Volkites, and then 10 Auric Hearthguard. Maybe the only thing is, like, changing one of the Rune Smiters to be a Flame Keeper. I know he's probably already tried that, though, so there's probably a reason for switching over to the Rune Smarter. But yeah,
Don't like Rune Smarter.
because
We
this
went
could
through it
be
for a bit, didn't we, on the phone?
Flamekeeper and Battlesmith instead of the Doomseeker. I guess that would be the swap. But yeah, that looks pretty solid. Yeah, not the highest damage list by any means at all, but very tanky and annoying. Definitely a good defender, I'd imagine. Okay, and then
Gargants.
King Broad with a War Stomper with the kicky shoes, and then Kragnos and 3 Man-Crusher Gargants. Now, there's a better version of this list on Team Poland, which we'll get to. And we have this same list that is not as good as the good thing. Okay, but we'll get there. All right, but it's a good list. There's a better version, which we'll get to. Okay.
And that's a bad
Well, one of our players is on the same thing. Still a great list, but there's something that changes the Man-Crusher Gargants to something else because Man-Crusher Gargants are terrible. Okay, so that's what's going on. Toby playing Sylvaneth.
Bin.
Again, not Bin. It's not Bin. We've been there before.
It's just Sylvaneth, right?
And this is similar to Jasper's list, but it's Arcana set of Catacross and then 2 crawlers, 4 Archive. I don't think Arcana's worth it personally, but I will say there seems to be a bit of a phobia about going high drop on OBR. I actually think it's fine to be high drop with OBR. I think it's fine. So
you just can't take a double OBR.
Yeah, no, but if you can kind of build your list to be able to take
if you get
a hit a bit
off,
better. Yeah. And then Dan Ennis is running Legion of the First Prince. Best of luck. I think Bloodletters are still so bad, but
R.I.P.
But Be'lakor is great. In this, Be'lakor is great. As long as they don't have a way to
also has to be
turn
as slow
wards
as
off.
this army, right?
Yes. So, anyway. All right, Section 8. All right, Section 8. So, Boggy is running the Rattling Guns with stuff. So,
yes. It's good.
with Warfire Throwers. So, basically, 1 unit's become 1 unit Warfire Throwers with the points changes. It's
and
still
he's put Warps here in there instead of Fanquel.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Yeah, it looks
That's
pretty solid.
interesting.
Looks good.
Is a Warps here better than Fanquel? Probably.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe. Natasha's running Trogs, of course. Don't think the list has really changed. Yeah. Got Boris running Lord Croak with stuff. I don't know what to say about this Croak and stuff list. I'm seeing a lot of Croak and stuff. I don't know. Seraphon's a weird army. Is it good, Luke? Is Croak good?
I don't know.
There's like 7 Croaks in this event. It's mental.
I think Aggro and Lancers are way better than what I thought.
Yeah.
Because they're really fast. It's Farah. Isn't that Terry? No.
Then Stuart, another Stuart, is running what looks to be very similar to Mitch's list. I guess there's 20 shield Volkites.
I like the Room Master.
Room Master, Pole Axes, 2 units, 3 units of Flames. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good list, to be honest. And your standard Rune Father and Orakath Guard. Yeah, we haven't seen a Magmadroth yet, but looks pretty good. Only thing I don't like about the list, alright, as you know, I am a Warrior Kimban hater, so I would much rather that be Forge Breath, but anyway. Lazar, I believe, has always been running Soulblight, and here's a Soulblight list with Manfred. Now, I don't like Radikar the Beast, but
Plus
maybe
1 to win, though, innit? On the Graveguard.
Yeah, no, but just run the foot one, right? I think. Yeah. Anyway. We have. Oh no, this is not the copy pasta. I was going to say the copy pasta, but this is the alternate version of the copy pasta, which is you drop 10 chosen and a unit of furies for 20 warriors and a unit of knights.
Almost. Copy pasta.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just 10 chosen and 10 chosen and the unit of furies is 5 knights and a unit of warriors. Which probably sounds better than it is. I still think Chaos Knights are terrible for 250 points.
They are, and Furies are insane to deal with if they're all 3-ups and you've got no shooting.
Yeah, there's not a lot of shooting around, so. Yep, and then Matt's running, of course, Beast of Chaos, as he's known for. But there's one in the Dragon Ogres in
Dragon
there.
Ogres. And a Shaggy.
And a Shaggy.
Shaggy!
And then Lance is running Khorne with the 3 Bloodthirsters, Brand's Oathbound.
Oh, come on. He's not going to have a good time.
I actually think that list is alright, but I'll leave it alright, probably, unfortunately. Anyway, we got double turn. Okay.
Double turn. Okay.
So we first got, it's not the copy pasta, but it's extremely close, which is Be'lakor, Chosen, Knights, Lord, Varangard. I much prefer the version with the Gaunt Summoner, but yeah.
Yeah. And what's the Chaos Lord doing? Just +2 move on the Chosen, that's it.
Yeah, but I feel like most games you'd want to go +1 rand, don't know. On the unit of Chosen. Anyway. Yeah. Nah, I mean,
no, it's
look,
good.
a Be'lakor,
right?
yeah,
Slaves
that's still a really good list. But maybe the copy pasta is better in some ways, possibly. But that still looks really solid. Okay, Mitch is running Slanesh with the I believe the twins and demonettes. I'm seeing a lack of a thing that's going to stand in front of the Bliss Barbs, is what I can see here. But
yeah, and the demonettes do incredible damage,
but die to anything. So yeah. Tyler's running Khorne with 3 Bloodthirsters and crap. You're gonna see that everywhere, I think, because I think all of us thought Mortal Khorne would be better than it's going to be, but it's still not insane, I don't think. Then there's Beast of Chaos, bunch of Bestigor. Okay, we've seen that list like 17 times now.
Yeah.
Swigger Lanch, again, we saw that before, so we won't go to it again. And another
charge on Craggy. Craggy!
Yeah. And then, yeah, Arcans and Crawlers.
Where do you deploy the Rabble Right?
I don't know. Well, you can, no, you can. It's on his war scroll. He can start off the board. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine, then.
Can make the Squeak Herd run and charge, right? Yeah.
Yeah?
It's alright, for the points. It's alright. Chicky's running Marathi, Boo, and 2 units of Blood Sisters. I mean, this is what most people have been running, but I think I'm a Crethusa enjoyer personally. And good old Dilf is running Deepkin with a mix of the 2 copy pastas we've seen so far, but no more Sargard. So yeah,
interesting,
spicy. Okay, we have the cheese mongrels. Okay,
it's 4 drops as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Cheese mongrels. So, Lania and Elithor, some Sentinels, and I believe this version is 20 Stone Guard are going to stand in front of my Sentinels, but no big man, but there's still Arrow. I mean, looks pretty good, that list, to be honest.
It is pretty good, that list.
2 units of Riverblades.
I like it.
That's pretty good. Yeah. That looks nice. Okay, Space Andy with all the pigs. Just all of them.
I like that. That's cool. That's what? 7?
8 pigs?
8.
They're pretty cheap now. And a weird knob shaman. I mean, it's really not that bad. I think people will be surprised that it's actually kind of okay.
Boss went down though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he like 320 before?
I think it was 280 before, I think.
Oh, 280.
Something like that.
Interesting.
Faith running the copy pasta. This one is literally the copy pasta. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
If this ever gets an early double, then just log off and do whatever else.
Go do your washing or whatever. Willem the Fiend is running is running a bunch of Graveguard. I mean, pretty similar to Steve's list, really, but some Fellbats instead of some of the skeletons. Pretty similar.
I'm going to enjoy all the Soul Blighters playing 7-hour games. It's going to be interesting.
I played two turns of Soul Blight, and that was enough for me. So respect to everyone who can go through it. But I've never been more bored in my life. Calestu's running Karazai, 6 long strikes, and a Star Drake. So the full Timmy
Drake
Express. But I do
Is
enjoy the Star Drake.
Is Star Drake good?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I don't probably like both of them.
Is it?
But yeah.
Interesting.
Haven't seen any Storm Drake Guard yet. It's a bit weird. Xavier's running KO, melee KO.
Your favourite.
We'll see what happens, I guess.
We'll see what happens.
Terry's running
am I
Croak.
playing this team? Are we going to go through the draw after?
Have you not seen the draw? It's already up.
No, I'm not. Look, don't let Phil do all the pairings and everything. I'm just going to play my game.
Okay. So Terry's got Croak with 6 Croxagore, 6 Agrodon Lancers, 2 Nisosaurus Guard, and then Hunters of Huanchi, which is still
He's
the
trying
most.
to be special, any Terry, but yeah.
You're so mean.
Nil 3 for Terry.
No, I like the Agrodon Lancers. I do. And
I do. I like the Lancers. They're better than what people think.
I feel like I've
And
seen
he
this
used
list
to
about 4
have 2
times now. But
3 Croxagore, but he's put them into 1-6 now for some reason.
okay. And then the Ballistari with 2 Crawlers and Arcane. I think this is good. I still think shooting is annoying to deal with in pairings for sure. Okay, we have Poland Red. I can't remember if this is the one that has the.
Is this the A team or the D team?
I don't know if they have that arrangement. Anyway, there's Glotkins and Blight Kings. This is a good list with Horticulus. Now, what does Horticulus do? Horticulus, well, you put a tree down, and if you roll a 4 up, your opponent's army probably all gets disease. That's what it does. So it's just a pure casino luck war scroll, but it can go pretty well. Yeah, depending on the map. 1-drop Crondus with a bunch of Paladors. But you get Hurricane Crossbows now and 1 unit Prosecutors. I mean, that list looks pretty good, to be honest. Still going strong, Stormcast. We have the bigs again. That one is 7 bigs, I believe. We have Mutated Menagerie. With the double monster, but only 1 Master Molder. As we said, I don't think it's probably enough for healing.
It's bad. It's really bad. Oh, Thomas, why did you say? I told him I needed 4. No, it's fine. It's fine with 1. And I'm like, I need it. And now
you take no thank all. That's the answer. Oh yes, we have the 1. Kulak is running the 1. Okay, so it's Kragnos, Brod, and a War Stomper, and the new Hurtlin Hogs Regiment of Renown, which is a Morgrunter Gouger and a Tuskbuster Morgrunter. Okay, now them two are so much better than 3 Man Crushers. Like first of all, you can actually take the flanks, so that's a massive update because with 8-inch move, it's like that weird thing of like, oh, if I roll a 1, I'm gonna fail my battle tactic nonsense, right? These lads, all good. 10-inch move. You basically get a Tusk Boss and a Morgrunter. I believe the ability is like you get to do once per game D3 mortal wounds in the charge or something terrible. It's like your Morgrunter.
Why the breaker type when you haven't got a Gatebreaker?
Oh, it just gives you now it gives you 6 up ward when 2 megas stand next to each other. Is what it does.
Oh right, okay.
So if Brod and War Stomper stand next to each other, they both get 6 up ward. So
pretty good.
War Stomper with that 40 wounds and the sandals is the most illegal monster in the game. That's the best prize beast. Sorry, that one. Maybe it doesn't count, but that one is completely illegal. But yeah, basically this is the only thing in Gargants that's actually good, and then everything else is kind of.
I still think you
okay.
-1 attack.
No. Just play a game with the thing, alright? It's insane, alright? Okay, we have the best to go list. Cool. We have Marathi Kane and Dirty Blood Sisters.
Boring.
Sorry. And so this is similar, I guess, to what I think Freddy was running a few weeks ago, but so you get the +2 move and then a bunch of Wrathmongers and Skull Reapers.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Looks pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get all the good heroes as well. Ritualist. Ritualist is insane, especially on these maps. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
That looks pretty good. Okay, then we have Legends of the Sport. Just maybe a precursor to the UN team, maybe. Gareth is running a Prime with 12 Long Strikes and 6 Star Strike Javelins, and the Knight Relictor and 2 units of 5 Vigilers. So, he's still in the shooting, isn't he?
He didn't listen. If you take long strikes, you need at least 18, or just don't take them at all.
You probably want to drop the Prime for something, don't you?
I like the Prime. I just wouldn't take javelins.
Okay. Alright, Tabby is running Croak and stuff. I feel like I've seen this list. Pretty much, I mean, it's more or less the same as Terry's, right? But,
yeah, I think they speak to each other a lot, don't they? So this is what Terry had before with the 2 3s.
So now Terry's is 1 6 across Sigor and then 2 5s with Saurus
1 6
Guard.
just to be different to Tabby, probably.
Yeah, so that's the only difference, really. Yep. Maestro's got yes, I saw this list. I heard about this list, which is Marathi, and then it's 40 Heart Renders. So
yeah,
and then
we can move on. That's terrible, right?
No, I don't think it's. You know what? These End of Life Takers are pretty undercosted, I would say. I don't know if it's good enough.
Time you get shot off in a full turn, it's just over.
You know they're 2 wounds
to
now, right?
nothing.
This is 10 wounds. This is 20 wounds. Like it's not fragile, this army, as much as it used to be.
Yeah, but you get to like turn 3 and it all just dies straight away because Marathi dies. And it all
Yeah, that's why I don't like playing Marathi. Yeah, for that reason.
It all just falls over.
Whereas when you normally play Doc, you're just sitting there like enjoying. You're just enjoying the old coffee by the seaside while your opponent does stuff. You're like, I'm just waiting. You can do nothing. I'm totally happy to wait until my table gets to turn 4. Get to turn 5. My whole army's +1 attack, +1 to hit, +1 to wound. Let's go. I can fight now. Yeah. Detro is running Feck, but there's a unit of Flayers and Infertile Courtier in here. But other than that, yeah, 12 more bags.
Copy of Pastor Thomas's bar. He's got Flayers and the Shamblers instead of the Crypt Horrors.
And
Azora has finally embraced the filth and given up on.
We have the copy pasta. You love to see it. All right, Tubby is running what seems to be a copy pasta at this specific event. I don't know if people have been talking to each other or what's going on, but that list has come up.
You got a server, haven't you, where you're all in, so you must just.
This list has come up a few times now, but yeah, Crawler, Arcan, 10 Death Riders for Arco. And then we've seen this one before, but yeah, Marty's insistent in his life that a Butcher is better than a Slaughtermaster, so there's a Butcher instead of a Slaughtermaster.
Can Marty win a game? That's the question now. I'm excited.
Again, rude. And then, another Vestigor list we've seen.
Rude.
All right, we have Poland White with Kuba at the front here. With I think this is this similar to Vlad's list?
This is Vlad's list.
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
So that's there. With the
Stormwing. I
don't
know what it does when the 20 Dawn Riders get tagged by some crappy little screen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. There's Nighthaunt with the Scriptor Mortis. As you guys know, my Mangler Squig lost combat to Scriptor Mortis at a tournament I played recently, so I'm forever traumatized from this model, but it's not worth 120 points.
I'll tell you what I do really like in Nighthaunt is the
yes.
Cruciator.
Yes.
But nobody runs it. But it's just, if it's going to be like a Croak meta, then that's your answer.
Yeah. Cruciator is great. All right. Sarah Pissiladian. I don't know. Okay. We have, I feel like this is going back to what it was before. There's been some Ivia Volga around in this, I think, for the +2
I think
move.
this is the same player that took Soulblight to WODs this last year.
Right.
That played Fabs, I think.
So 60 Graveguard, some Diables,
playing 6-hour
stuff.
games.
Yes. Fazzy, I believe, has been playing the pure Timmy Seraphon for a while now. Points went down, obviously, so it's Croak. 6 Croxagore and just monsters basically.
I like this list. If he's taking the Chargers, I think I would have took Warspawn. Although they are more expensive, Warspawn.
Yeah, they're 20 points more. So you have to
Alright, okay. So
figure
it's
something else
not a
out.
straight trade anymore.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, Arnmare's running. So it is Beast Monster, okay, but 1 big unit of Ishlan and then what? 40
9
Reavers.
Ishlin, a Leviathan, Eidolon, 40 Reavers.
I think he's been doing quite well with this, so we'll have to see what's going on there.
Won't we?
Yep. And yeah, I think this is pretty similar to the other colonists, but just 2 drop and another unit of Sky Reapers instead of more Wrathmongers, which I think is probably
any
better.
Skull Reapers.
Yeah, I think it's probably better, yeah. I hate playing against that unit. It's horrible, isn't
And
it?
that horrible. 20 Blood Warriors to get through is horrible.
Yeah, that's a good list, that one. I mean, no Blood's a crater, but I don't think it's as necessary.
Oh
as
yeah, because this is
other
the
three.
A team, so this has got the more souped up lists.
I thought we said there wasn't one. No?
Yeah, but Thomas in
Okay,
it,
we
so
have
it's the
the
A-team, right?
copy pasta, and then we have Thomas with his own list, which has become a copy pasta. Okay, so I think the only thing is, he's dropped a hero, I believe. I don't think he has the Crypt Haunter Courtier
Yeah,
in
he
there anymore.
took the Royal Beast Players instead of the Courtier.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Placeholder name, just in case I forget to put...
Yeah, there was a lot of nonsense names this one. So this is the Spanish team. We have Edward's running.
Edward keeps telling me if I have to laser the 1, and he never uses the army, so he must think they're bin.
So here's a corn army. You know, they're red. Red's close to
He likes
orange,
banter
right?
as well. So Edward thinks Siege and Fire Slayers is bin, and he's sticking to core.
So anyway, there's Blood Warriors and then a big unit of Sky Reapers. Yeah, that looks horrible to play against. I'd rather step in a pile of dog poo.
I actually think that
looks
really
pretty
horrible. Wow.
good. We have Mark who's running. So this is one of the best Seraphim players in the world, right? But I want to know, Mark, message me after this. What's with? I feel like every list you play at Release of Beast has just been some version of a Seraphon spam list. so this one we've got Croak and Engine of the Gods, 3 Arcs of Sotek, a Solar Engine, then 2 Starstorm Bowlers, and a Troglodon.
And the chocolate.
So I guess it's basically like you have Lord Croak and then just pie plates blocking the front, and then you go do your tactics with your 2 Starstorm Bowler units, which is still completely illegal for 100 points.
Illegal, yeah, for 100 points. That is just
They're just so annoying.
They got a
to play
champion
against.
in there, does 2 damage. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, and then if they shoot you, you maybe can't charge them. You know, it's so annoying. At least they can't redeploy and shoot now. But
Pedro's not gone body spam. Are you kidding?
we have Pedro with
All the Morbegs.
all the Morbegs. So
Interesting. I like
Yeah.
the golf as well.
Pedro's a friend of the show. I still feel like maybe he hasn't worked out what to play this edition, but Feck's one of his old solid
it's a
ones.
good army.
So
It is a
so
good
I hope he finds his home here.
George.
Yes, Jorge is running. Some. I think we
Karazai
saw
Mixed
this
Arms?
before. I believe. I swear I read
It's
this.
similar
before.
to Jim's list, right? It's just got some Storm Coven in there.
Yep. Well.
Which I think is fine.
Yeah, we have. So it's not the Colby Pastor. I saw this one before, but it's Be'lakor, 20 Chosen, 2 units of Furies, and a Chaos Lord. The Gorn Summoner. They just dropped the Varangard for Be'lakor and more crap, basically.
Yeah.
And 2 drop.
I mean, it's Be'lakor and Gaunt Summoner. It's going to be good, isn't it?
Yep.
I don't like any of the Dr. Kane's lists, and I don't.
No,
Really,
I don't like
yours
the
is
Baratheon.
Interesting, but I want to see it.
I'm telling you, Crethusa for 150 points is a joke, but I don't know if it's enough. That's where I'm at. Sylvaneth, yep.
In.
And then we got the Stormfiend Colby Pastor, I believe, is the last one. So yes, there's
Tell you
many
what,
Colby
though,
Pastors in
What
RTB,
Sylvaneth
but
does have is the -1 ward. Sylvaneth is that army
Yes.
that just kind of keeps Nurgle.
Yeah.
No.
the -1 board is big. Yeah. OBR2 has that, so but a bit more
Everyone loves
conditional
the
on OBR.
21 Storm Fiends.
All right, and last one we have the Aussie A team. Geordie's running. Feck. Cool. The copy pasta.
Thomas/Geordie.
Previous version. Zach's running 60 Hammers.
So is Geordie Thomas
with
his
2
twin
Rune
now?
Lords. So this team is playing both Polish teams. So it's we'll see what happens.
Did you do that on purpose?
They're playing, I believe, both Polish teams and Garrett's team. I believe.
Did you rig that into AI just to make sure that happened?
No,
Did you,
ChatGPT dealt the perfect hand for me to see
Geordie, if you're watching this show.
Anyway, so Zach's running 60 Hammers, 2 Rune Lords, Executioners, some screens, and then your get +2 move guys. So
yeah.
I still don't know about cities, but anyway. Rob's running Bellicor, 20 chosen.
Oh, that format. You need to slap him. What is going on here?
Yeah, I think that's actually my fault, not his, to be fair.
Is it?
Yeah, I think I just do. Oh, I don't know how to fix it, but anyway. Yeah. Still think the copy pasta is better, but I mean, it's all going to be good, isn't it?
Nathan on the classic. He's on a classic.
The Beast Gores. Yeah, again, sorry for the format. Oh God, some of this format's just rubbish, isn't it? What is going on here?
Plague monks. Interesting.
Okay, I'm going to need to fix this. 'Cause this is, I don't know what's happened here.
Oh, I can't even read any of these.
Alright. What's going on here? Jesus. Okay.
Bandus, Hammerhand, and False Dawnbreak Guard. Is this one of your lists, Stu?
Alright, and then, okay, anyway. It's basically 80 Plague Monks, a Furnace, the Storm Fiends, a Deathmaster, and a Gracier, and then Nurglings. Yep.
Interesting.
Okay, then we have Vandus, unit of Liberators, 4 Stormdrake Guard, and then 3 units of Stormstrike Paladors, a Knight Arcanum, another unit of 5 Liberators and Judicators. So it's been slightly adapted from a list that I've been playing, but Tom likes to play with lots of units on the board, so that's why it's lots of small units. He just likes playing like that. So
yeah, it's fair enough.
And then Jim's running the Inferior Gargants copy pasta.
Inferior.
Which should have 2 hogs in there now, but as we know, that will be changed. Then Matt's running Croak, I believe. Wait, does he still have Croak? No, he's got a Slan now. Okay, but the rest is the same. So
sad.
Anyway, that's Released Beast. So yeah,
release.
I feel like we're missing the presence of the Russian teams for sure, but I'm sure they'll join the next one, and a few other teams are missing as well. Got a lack of a French presence, but we'll see what happens. So just briefly before we finish off, shall we talk about LVO? So we did see a cities list win. I can't show the list because BCP costs money, but basically it's an L's focus list with the unit of Dark Shards in it. And there was some Black King's Nurgle in there. There was Tom Guan was running
with that hero that you're on about that does a tree.
Yeah, the Horticulus. Tom Guan was running his pure shooting Chaos Wind Charges list.
It's like just 20 Seekers, wasn't it?
Yeah. He ran at an event a few weeks ago. The one Jeremy won with Fire Slayers. He ran that. So, yeah. Did pretty well with that. Jacob Brandon did Iron Jaws, did pretty well. I believe that was the Kragnos version, and then there was another Iron Jaws that was in the top as well. Mikey Roush had Vec, Jeremy had Vec, Fabian had Zinch, and Aaron Newborn had Iron Jaws, and that was a bunch of big pigs. So, yeah, I don't know. It's always I'm always reluctant
to. There's no Slaves or Stormcast to be seen anywhere.
Always reluctant to make any conclusions from the American events. I always feel like it's...
Don't be rude. That's rude. You said I'm rude. You're being rude.
Well, so the first thing is I'd say it's often the same people in like the sort of top... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's always very familiar names. This is maybe the time where I felt like it was actually more... some new people getting a chance actually, but still lots of familiar faces in there. But yeah,
I've never seen that City guy lose a game on release on the Discord.
No, I've seen
And I
him.
think he's the
Oh
Phoenix
no,
Guard assassin guy.
that's
isn't it?
Well, there's 2 cities players who don't lose on release to beast, so don't know.
Is
Maybe
it? Oh, is that not the?
no, that's not Dennis, aka Devon. No, that's a different guy.
Ah.
Well, I've also
enough.
seen Jeremy. He's played a few TTS. He's played a few release to beast ones and clapped everyone as well. So yeah,
Nobody knows what cities does and just gets clapped.
yeah. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one because I always feel like my armies match up well against it, but I can see. Yeah, I can see it being a tough nut to crack if you don't have the right army for sure.
Singles environment, right? Because it's just random. Like you don't know what you're gonna play. And
Yeah, it's good to play this sort of army. Yeah.
but yeah, LVO, interesting. Lots of games being streamed and people watching them.
Yep.
So
as we said, it's a good time to play the game. Get into it, enjoy it before a mistake is inevitably made or a new battle tone's released that's broken. All right, you got to get in
quickly.
quick.
Do your draw. Do the draw. Show me the draw, and you tell me who you think is going to win in each of their.
Okay.
rounds.
All right, here we go. 1 minute. All right, so here is the draw for Release the Beast. So, as we said, Yerna's playing both Polish teams, and so is Legends of the Sport, who is playing Yerna. So there's clearly some AI nonsense going on. This is the first one I could get ChatGPT to do for me. Why did I do that? Well, it's a bit more objective, so that's why I did that. And I don't have to do the stupid spinners thing that takes me 20 minutes. So, yep.
Dice cookers, how many are they going to win, do you reckon?
Well, we're playing him, so I don't know who's going to win that. I don't know who. So, let me think. I don't know. I think a lot of these will be pretty close, to be honest. If I can pick who's going to win the event, let me try to do that. Who's going to win the event? I reckon it will be Poland White. I reckon.
I agree. Poland White.
I reckon that team has the players and the strong list for sure. Yeah.
Poland White, and then maybe the Spanish might have their day in the sunshine.
I hope so. I feel like
they got
do
some
it.
good lists.
So placeholder name just in case I F is yeah.
They got some good lists.
I think they got a fairly hard draw, I would say. Yeah.
Poland Red, your team?
Yes, that's decently difficult.
And Cheese Mongrels is the kind of chess clock team?
No. Yeah, no. Well, yeah, there's elements in there. Yep.
Interesting. Gonna be a nice little 3-rounder.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
See how we all get on.
Yep.
Get a draw done.
Yep.
Play our games. Me and Stu are the elf kings at the moment, or queens.
Well, yeah, we're just on our elf arc after me making fun of them in every video ever. Next tournament, I'll be playing Iron Jaws.
I've always just played Lumina. It always just comes back to me.
I am playing every army now, though, right? I've gone the full army Hoi experience now, so I'm not even.
It's your edition, though. It's just fight in the middle.
It is. It's like every army. It's every army. It's great. I can play every army now. Every army is a foot slogging army. It's great. You can make every army a Stu army now if you just try it. Yeah. If you just believe.
It's just a first slogger.
They gave me +2 moves so I can foot slog a bit faster. Yeah.
I thought you'd be all over Corn you, and it's like the perfect army.
Oh no, I don't like the armies that like Corn and Solve that just take too long to play. That's what I don't like playing those armies.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, but that'll wrap us up, and we'll see you next time.
All right, see you later, guys. Bye bye.